Welcome to the Global Top 9 Extended Edition. Today, we are going to cover 11 signs you are actually a genius. It's a universal human nature that all of us have a desire to be known as the smarter person in the room. And there's nothing wrong with feeling the need of your intelligence to be appreciated. After all, we all need motivation in our life to keep moving ahead, don't we? The question is everyone intelligent? Certainly not. Some people are more intelligent, brighter than others, and we call them super geniuses. So, are you a super genius? Well, it's not that hard to find out if you do a bit of introspection and self-study. A lot of scientific researchers have claimed that certain physical attributions confirm higher intelligence of the person. Let's find out. Starting off our list. Number 11. Brilliant minds are more curious. It probably doesn't come as much of a surprise that some of the rational thinkers on Earth have also been the most curious about the world around them. After all, it takes an incredible amount of inquisitiveness for them to question why an apple falls from a tree, instead of rising up into the skies and being swallowed up by the ether. It would never even occur to most of us to question something as utterly fundamental as that. I mean, can you even imagine that conversation? Number 10. You took music lessons as a kid. Does music actually strengthen the mind? Many studies have implied that music appreciation can actually improve brain function and intelligence. Throughout the country, students who perform in school bands consistently score higher grade point averages, and even senior citizens who play musical instruments maintain a distinctly stronger brain function than their non-musical peers. Studies have suggested that exposing a child to music early in their lives can positively impact their IQ, reading level, and brain development. Research has also proven that playing a musical instrument will create positive effects in the brain's anatomy. In fact, more and more evidence is suggesting that the brains of musicians are structurally different from the brains of those who don't play an instrument. This difference is remarkably noticeable in the parts of the brain where music is processed, and learning to play an instrument can greatly change the brain's neurophysiology regardless of age. Number 9. You are left-handed. It turns out that all of those teachers who tried to force lefties to write with their right hands may have had it backward. While there is a small and as of yet unexplained correlation between being left-handed and being a criminal, there are some intellectual benefits to being a southpaw. One large study demonstrated that left-handedness is associated with divergent thinking, all the more so in males. This unique ability to combine two unrelated objects in a meaningful way is a sign of intelligence. Leonardo da Vinci was left-handed. So were Mark Twain, Mozart, Nikola Tesla, and Aristotle. It's no different today. Former U.S. President Barack Obama is a left-hander, as is Bill Gates and footballer Lionel Messi. Number 8. Breastfeeding. Breastfeeding has many proven benefits. It helps newborn babies to develop immunity as it is a good source of nutrients and contains antibodies that promote resistance to diseases, and also contains hydrogen peroxide, which has functions similar to antibiotics that help fight infections. Aside from that, it is rich in long-chain polyunsaturated fatty acids, which are important to brain growth and development. These essential fatty acids are also found in salmon and shellfish, which have since been added to infant formulas. There have also been studies on breastfed children which showed them scoring almost 7 points higher on an IQ test, which suggests that they might grow up smarter. Now, go ask mommy if you were breastfed. Number 7. Cursing. It may appear freaking crass to most, but on the contrary, science suggests that people who swear or curse a lot are more intelligent. Those who do are likely to have a better vocabulary than those who don't, and can express themselves more accurately. A study on this subject also revealed that people who can name the greatest number of curse words in a minute tend to have a better score on IQ tests, proving that the swearing proficiency of foul-mouthed people is a sign of rhetorical strength. So, don't fall for the stereotype that people who swear have limited intelligence, or illiterate as they are using curse words not because they can't find the right words, but rather for different reasons, as it can be used in different situations or context. Damn. Number 6. You like cats. When you think you've heard of the last of studies on cat owners versus dog owners, another study always pops up on our radar. This time, a new study claims cat owners are smarter than dog owners. Carroll University found that in their study of 600 college students, participants who preferred cats to dogs scored more highly on IQ tests. The study said that dog owners were more likely to be lively, energetic, outgoing, and to follow rules obediently, while their cat counterparts were more likely to be introverted, nonconformists, as well as more open-minded and sensitive. Number 5. Being a night owl. If you're a night owl, studies are showing that you're probably smarter and more productive than people with more traditional sleep habits. In a 1999 study on intelligence and what its authors called morningness to eveningness, 420 participants were grouped according to their circadian type morning persons versus night owls, and their intelligence was measured with psychometric batteries. Night owls, as it turned out, were more likely to have higher intelligence scores. Even if you're not up for doing sleep math, take comfort in the fact that your after-dark creative schedule might be a good thing, and don't let people shame you out of it. Number 4. You are funny. What would you do if someone said to you, "Be funny"? Right now, would you immediately come up with a comedic gold joke or a hilarious story? Being both funny and able to appreciate humor are signs of above-average intelligence. In a study, researchers Jeffrey Miller from the University of New Mexico and Rod A. Martin from the University of Western Ontario studied a group of college students and asked them to perform a humorous task by creating made-up profiles of people based on some basic information. The study participants then rated how funny the other participants' answers were, and were asked to complete tests of general intelligence, openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, sociability, and neuroticism. The researchers found that general intelligence was a strong predictor of humor, independent of the other variables. The researchers concluded that humor is a sign of underlying cognitive ability and fitness. Number 3. You worry too much. If you suffer from anxiety or depression, you'll know that it can be a highly debilitating condition that affects nearly every area of life. But while we all know the downsides to these mental health conditions, there may be a hidden upside according to science. A new study suggests that those who experience high levels of worry also had higher IQ scores. In addition, those with an anxiety disorder had higher levels of activity in the regions of the brain that aid in communication between different parts of the brain. In the study, 26 patients with an anxiety disorder and 19 healthy people completed an IQ test, along with a survey to assess their level of worry. It was clearly found that those with an anxiety tended to have higher levels of IQ. Surprisingly, the high IQ healthy participants had low levels of worry, while the low IQ healthy participants had higher levels of worry. Number 2. You like being alone. Prefer being alone? You're probably super smart. If spending your Friday night cuddled up to a glass of red and a good Netflix romantic comedy, alone, sounds like your idea of heaven, you probably consider yourself an introvert. There's a few of us around. A new study by Singapore Management University and the London School of Economics has found that intelligent people prefer their me time. After psychologists analyzed data from 2 studies collected from a national review of more than 15,000 people between the ages of 18 and 28. The first study examined the link between subject scores on an intelligence test, the population density in the area they lived, and how satisfied they felt with their lives, while the second study looked at their IQ scores against their life satisfaction and how often they socialized with friends. Researchers found those people who live in less populated areas reported feeling happier, but those with high IQs living in the same areas felt less satisfied. While most people were happier, the socialized, intelligent people reported feeling less satisfied with their lives the more time they spent with their friends. Most likely, this could be put down to the Savannah theory of happiness, which suggests intelligent brains are more adaptable, including when it comes to being alone, the study found. So the next time you feel guilty for canceling plans and snuggling up to that red, just remember, you can't help how intelligent you are. Wink. Number 1. You talk to yourself. Do you ever talk to yourself? Do you catch yourself asking questions and even giving yourself advice? Have you feared being labeled as a freak? Well, do not worry. According to a couple of scientific researches, talking to yourself can actually be a sign of high intelligence and greater IQ than average. One scientific research has shown that people who tend to talk to themselves actually have greater IQ than those who don't. 5 benefits of self-talk according to science. 1. It gives higher mental clarity. 2. Your brain works better. 3. Organizes the chaotic chatter in your mind. 4. Helps you learn better and faster. 5. Motivates you to achieve what you want. That rounds up our list of the 11 signs you are actually a genius. Share your comments below. Please subscribe to our channel and smash the like button. We'll see you on the next video.